An abnormal reaction to an abnormal situation is normal behavior. This is what Viktor Frankl says in his book Man's Search for Meaning. And we all are kind of in an abnormal situation at the moment with the quarantine and the pandemic. And for this reason, we are bound to have abnormal reactions, which is fine, which is completely alright. But in this video, I want to talk about 4 things that we can try to avoid so that we can better cope with the situation. Try not to be too hard on yourself. During this quarantine time, if you go on social media, you'll see a lot of people being really creative, from cooking, drawing, making music, whatever creative. You'll see a lot of positive posts about making stuff. But you'll also see posts where people talk about the thing that if you're not making use of the time you have during quarantine, you are lazy or you'll never be productive, which is completely wrong. Because as I said, this is an abnormal situation, and the way one person deals with it, it might be completely different to the way you deal with it. So you will have your own timeline of dealing with the particular situation. So take your time, give yourself a break, and don't fall for the trap of social media and peer pressure. Take things slow and deal with it in your own way. Try not to take this time for granted. If you are watching this video, you're probably like me, among the lucky ones who can afford to stay at home and still live a comfortable life. If you're among that group, be thankful for this time. This time will be also a time for a lot of people who get time to spend with their family. Normally they would be busy with their job and stuff outside the house, but thanks to the quarantine, you're stuck with your family, which is a positive. So take your time and reconnect with your friends and family. As I said, take things slow. Enjoy that cup of coffee. Enjoy the moments you cook or the time you spend with your family. Live from moment to moment so that you can look back upon this time of quarantine as somewhat positive experience where you could reconnect with a lot of people. So I hope you take this time and think about how precious it is. Try not to read the news a lot. Yes, it's really important to know about things happening around you and to stay updated. But with all the news going around, it's really tough to not get overwhelmed and stressed with the news. If you keep on checking social media or you watch the news, you will keep on seeing updates one after another, and those updates might not give you hope about the future. Some might be really overwhelming for you to process. So what I try to do is I read the news once a day. Yes, once a day is enough, I think, because it helps you stay updated and not get stressed. And one more thing you should try to do is that whenever you read a piece of news or you share it, try to verify it before you press that share button. Because it's really important for you to verify the news, because you don't want to be the reason for someone else's stress by sharing fake news. So try to read less news, and I think once a day is a really good practice. Try not to panic. I know this is tough, and at the beginning it's really hard to stay calm when things are falling apart. But as time goes on, please try to panic less. This is really important because if you panic, it's really hard for you to do the things that you actually want to do. And the first step to not panicking is to accept the situation. You need to accept that yes, things are bad, they might get worse, and things might fall apart. Plans might get cancelled. But you need to accept it and then move on. This is the only way you can deal with chaos, by going through chaos. And that's what I have been doing, and it's really helped me out staying calm in this situation. If you're interested in how I have been dealing with the chaos around me and staying calm, you can watch this video where I detail about my process of dealing with chaos. But whatever method you use, it's really important to not panic in this situation. If you watched and listened carefully, you'll realize that I have added the word try in front of all the 4 points, because it's really tough to maintain all of this all at once, because it's a really tough time, and as I said, not everyone processes everything similarly. Everyone takes their own time, so don't stress out yourself if you can't avoid these things. Just try it, take it slow, and see what works out for you. If you think this video has helped you out, be sure to subscribe to the channel. It will help me out a lot. I'm making a lot of content during this time, and content that can help you guys out. And let me know in the comments below how you're dealing with this quarantine time, what things you're doing, what things you're avoiding. Maybe it will help me out, maybe it will help other people watching the video. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.